What's up everybody, I'm of course the one there, the Joker of YUGIOH, and today I'm coming at you with this duel video. So on Monday I gave you a duel video and deck profile, and once again I'm going to be doing that today. So here's the duel video. If you guys want to see the deck profile, you've got to make sure to stay tuned for that, which will be later on today. But as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys a duel of my Trickstars, which is the burn variant, versus a 60 card Banish deck. This was actually a really fun duel, and this was actually one of the longest duels that I was in with the tournament. There was only 3 rounds, so of course this is the second round. And as I said, if you want to check out the first round, you gotta go check out that video I posted on Monday. But of course, without further ado, let's just get right into this duel, shall we?
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Let the good times roll!
Okay, so here we go everyone. Like we did last time, I sped up the video. The other guy is actually keeping track of, you know, the whole life points and all that. Just shuffling around at this point. The dice did come off, but he rolled a 2, I rolled a 2. We roll again, he got a 3, I got a 2. So of course, anyone that knows that I play Trickstars, they're smart enough to know, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go first. And that's exactly what he does. He says, you know what, I'm gonna go first. I thought he said yours. Because what actually happened was I said, oh, 60 card Banish, and it was like, yours? I'm like, no, I meant yours. So I did look at the top card, I made sure to put it down, because that's the correct rules and all that. Here I just go, you know what, pot of desires. I pretty much wait, because, you know, in case with this local game, and even though it's locals and all that, people still have Ash quite a lot. So I like to make sure that I follow all that correctly. So from there, I didn't get too bad. I go here, light stage and all that. He goes, mistake. And oh my god, this card is what really helped him so much. Mistake is such a great card because I basically can't add cards to my hand. I just can't add them other than by drawing them, which is really annoying. So I can't do the whole combo with that. So instead I was like, you know what, fine. I'll just use light stage, target the other card, and still go the disturbance, reincarnation, and just go straight burning and all that. Basically, we were just talking about, like, okay, so how much does he actually have? Because that's like 3 reincarnations and 2, it was 2 disturbance strategies and 2 reincarnations. So working it out, it actually brought him down to 200 life points, guys. So he wasn't dead. He wasn't actually dead. I mean, if I could have used Candina, then yeah, he would have been, guys. But because of that mistake, you know, just couldn't get around that card, and that's really annoying. So, where I just say here, you know, you pretty much draw, shuffle, and all that. He still gets to add all the cards, but yeah, you got down to 200 life points. And I was actually really amazed, because of that one card that really did stop me. Mistake, like, there's a little tip for you guys. If you're going up against Trickstars, if you pretty much stop us from being able to search, or you stop us from being able to, you know, add cards from our deck to our hand other than drawing them, then yeah, we are truly messed up. So, the lighting here, this is like closer to the store, and, you know, I really found that the lighting there is worse than the other area. Like we saw before, I had a lot better lighting if you check out vid 1. It's not actually the angle of the camera, it's straight up just because of that lighting. It's the same angle as I did before, but it's the lighting of the different place. So, I mean, if you want to be recording, I'm going to get different area for you guys. I'm really sorry on that. But this is that Banish card that's pretty much, you know, every single card that would be sent to the graveyard is instead banished. I pretty much go, you know, I'm just going to go straight up protection. I pretty much, like, he wasn't at 200, sorry, he got down to 200 is what I was getting at with that one. Not that I actually gone down to 200 the first time. But I still go the whole light stage combo. I keep on doing that. And this first game was really much of, like, trying to stall, but because of mistake, I couldn't really get around it. And because he had the card that, every single card that would be sent to the grave is instead banished, I was definitely in a bad position. Like, I need to get rid of that card. So at this point, I'm pretty much just setting my cards. Because at this point, yeah, he's only at 200. This is the time where he was only at 200. I literally just needed, like, a Lycoris. I needed, you know, a Lilybell. Hell, even a Candina if he activated a spell or a trap by accident, but that wouldn't really matter. It was like super bad for me, because at this point I was just drawing Chain Summoning and all that. I used the whole light stage combo, and But as soon as I end, at this point, yeah, I am at 3,600 life points, and, you know, that just kills me straight off. So that was match 1. And then we're going to go with the round, well, match 2, I should say, not round. This is round 2, but it's game 2 with this particular one. I pretty much did a lot of siding. I did a lot of thinking because, you know, after establishing, you know what, he doesn't really add. He used Mistake against me. I'm probably not going to get to use the Droll and Lock combo. And that was a really big thought of, like, do I take it out, do I not? I ended up keeping it in, but I took out the Ashes, and I think it was also the Dark Room of Nightmare. Next time, I think what I'm going to do is, like, comment down below, do you guys like it when I record it this way, or would you prefer if I recorded it more my side and showed you guys my hand and all that? Like, this is where I was kind of fiddling around, like, do you like the camera more this way and all that? I really want you guys to comment down below, because then I'll record the way that you guys really want to see it recorded. But basically here I did, you know, Cosmic Cyclones and all that, I put them in. I also put Eater of Millions, because that's one of my other favorites. As you can see, I've already got that Cosmic in my hand. I do the whole, you know what, Candina, do this whole combo, Summon Candina, Effect to Search. I basically wait to see what he's got, because, you know, you never know. And at this point, I actually had the Lycris, but I didn't have the Chain Summoning, which was really a big, annoying thing for me, because at this point, yeah, I could only have 2 cards. Although, it wasn't too bad. I mean, like, I was just checking it out. I was gonna fix it because, like, I was making sure, because sometimes when I use the pad and I'm not using it myself, I do get a little bit iffy. And that's why, yeah, I should really have the phone charged more often, but I always forget to charge the phone. Typical me, I always forget to charge the phone, don't I? Because I get to look at the Banished hand because it's Banished faced up, that's exactly what I did. He had infinite impermanence, but then again I had Lycra, so I could have always used that on that. Here he has 2 back rows, so you know what, I go, okay, I'll use Light Stage on 1. I'll keep that Cosmic Cyclone in my hand, in case he uses it. He goes Judgment, Chain Summoning. For me, I was like, oh wait, no, I can't do that. That was like a stupid play for me. But, it didn't really matter. Like, the fact that he still had that was all good. So he still had 1 card face down. I go Candina. From here, it's a lot of fun. Like, Candina is one of my favorite cards, because Candina does all your searching. Candina is the card that you want to be going for. However, I just straight up attacked, because a lot of my pieces were actually, you know, banished and all that. He ends up scooping because I did a lot of the burn damage already. So, I mean, there was already the win there. All I had to do was basically attack. That's why I was checking with him, because he only had so much life points left. And that's what really did help. Like, how I actually won that was, I did also have a disturbance strategy. With having the whole light stage on the field, he did burn for quite a bit, and then me summoning them last 2 monsters out is all I really needed, because as soon as it would be his turn, he would have burnt out for game. And yeah, that's how I was able to win the second game of that. But now, you're going to see the third one. As you guys can already tell by this little time, like, I don't know if you guys can fully see it, so I'll bring the screen down a little bit more. But as you guys can see it from here, we're only 7 minutes in, guys. So yeah, this was the longest one. This was the big decider. And this is where I was like, you know what, I really got to think more. So at this point, I was thinking of taking out that Droll so many times. Like, the amount of times I thought, okay, I haven't used the Droll combo, but I actually used the Droll combo quite a bit. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to take it out. I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to take it out. I pretty much kept on going back and forth between this. I was like, you know what? If anything, it's a really nice combo. It's a really fun one. Droll can always be my nice defense. Ash isn't going to work against him. In my side, I pretty much have, you know, prohibitions and all that, and anti-spell. Anti, I don't feel would have worked too much because it would hurt me in the end a lot more than it could have hurt him. Prohibition, there isn't one particular card that I would probably hit other than that mistake, which is why I've got Cosmic Cyclone. So in the long run, I thought, you know what, I'm definitely going to keep that Droll and Lock. It has helped me out in the past. It's helped me a lot of times. I'm sorry about the little shakiness. That's actually the table, not my camera. There's like so many people on this table area, so it's like, you know, the phone does get a little shaky in between that. But this is where I was like thinking so heavily, like, okay, what do I do? And as you can see by my hand, I've got Lilybell, I've got Darkroom. But I mean, as I said, yeah, do you guys want me to record the other way, where it would be actually more face on, and you see my board clearly, what's in my hand, and then you see his board, or do you prefer this way? Like, comment down below. And I know it's pretty much the lighting that's the big problem. And trust me, I really want to, you know, fix that and work that better for you guys. But here, as you can see, I've also got that Chain Summoning, which is by far one of my favorite cards. So here I go, you know what, I'm going to use Light Stage. Light Stage brings me into all my combo pieces. I've said this 1,000 times, and I should really stop saying it, but, you know, if there's ever that person that doesn't hear it properly, you know, you never know. Here I actually go Poacher's Eyes before I use the Light Stage, and the reason I do that is because I like to gamble. I really like to gamble sometimes. And I was kind of hoping that, you know, I'd get into that Eater of Millions, and I actually did. One of the cards I got was Eater of Millions. But other than that, I was also hoping that I would either get a Candina, a Lycoris, or another Light Stage, so I could use my Chain Summoning combo. Because that's another thing that really does help me. And when you get into your third game, like best 2 out of 3, and your third game really comes in, it means everything. So here he goes, Solemn Strike. He does take quite a bit of damage, so I don't get the Search, I don't get to Chain. There's nothing I can chain it against. So I still go, you know what, Light Stage, target that one. Here I did a lot of thinking, like, do I bring out the... Do I really bring out the, you know, Eater of Millions, or do I not? Do I stall it for a little bit? That card just powers it up, doesn't keep it from being destroyed. And Eater of Millions is a really, really useful card for me. Now, even though he's got that one card, I was like, you know what? And I was thinking about it even more. Because Eater of Millions, like, I don't main deck it 24/7. The reason I side deck it is because when I go into the second game or the third game, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you play the straight up burn variant, you don't even play Eater of Millions, and they haven't seen me play before, it's a really nice surprise, like being able to just be like, you know what, no, I actually have Eater of Millions, pop yours, and that's what I did. I was like, you know what, Eater of Millions is so much fun, because that card protects it from being destroyed, not banished, which is kind of the, you know, loophole in that. That's why I was like, you know what, yeah, I'll just go straight up banish it. It's actually face down, I had to tell him, I had to show him that. So at this point, because I used Poacher's Eyes, that, and the banishing of the 5, my card is actually up to 1600 attack, which is a really nice card, against his. I had a lot of faith in this deck at this point, because I was like, you know what, I've got Dark Hole, I've got Lilybell, I've got some of the really, really nice cards. So, I mean, I've got Chain Summoning and all that. So I was like, I'm really hopeful on this match. Like, this is my second round. And, you know, I've already won the first one here. If you guys haven't seen that, and he's just doing the Borreload combo. If you haven't seen the first round, go check that out after this. Or if you checked that out before this, congrats to you. You're an absolute legend. But here I was thinking, you know, Borreload, because I always forget what it does. It does actually protect itself from being destroyed. And from there, it's really, really fun. So, because he did bring out Borreload, it was like, okay, so if I attack, what, like, I can use this effect and all that. It's like, well, actually, I get priority. Eater of Millions gets to banish it as Chain Link 2, so you don't get actually to keep it. That's actually, that's the best part. So, the best part is, like, I can always go Chain Link, and I'm like, no, you can't stop it. It's, like, just so much fun. So, here, if he was to attack, it would instantly be banished, and we did actually bring the Judge over. The Judge is a super nice guy, at GameTraders, absolutely. The Judge is actually, the person that judges this is actually going to Nationals, and that's really cool. Nationals here in Australia. But, like, we were just thinking about this, it's like, okay, so I actually get priority, that's why there's a little bit of that talk going on. If I could have slowed this down, I would have slowed it down just for that. But it was like, okay, so if I attack, I get to banish that. Even if he uses the 500 effect, I still get to banish during the attack because it's actually a different effect. So that's the fun part. It's actually not going on the losing 500, but it's going on the fact of when it's attacked, or if it's attacked, any point during the attack, it can just banish that card. And now, of course, this is only once per turn, so primarily, yeah, you do want to have a bait card. If you're going up against this, you want to have a bait card. That's primarily, like, you want to have, if I didn't banish so many cards, like, and all that, you want to have some kind of a bait card that really does get around it, and that's the main thing. But you know, I was really enjoying this weekend, like, and I can't wait for this next Sunday, as long as I'm not working, as always. Like, I always love coming to the tournament here. It's absolutely great atmosphere. I've said it 1,000 times with Game Traders. But here I pretty much go, you know what, I'll use Attack with Eater of Millions, which is always fun. I absolutely love attacking with Eater of Millions. It instantly banishes it. Now, I did use the whole light stage effect on the back row, so we can't use that. And here I go, you know what, I'll just straight up go attack with Lycoris to do that 1000 damage, which is one of my favorite things. I'm like, no, I'm actually attacking you directly. That's the fun part. So I was like, okay. Now, because of that, I do get to gain the Lycoris back into my hand that I used before. I attack, and the face down is that annoying Fossil Dino card, which banishes destroys every single special summon card. So, all my special summon cards are, like, gone. And the only cards in my hand right now is... So I'm going to pause it here. The only cards in my hand is a Droll, a Light, and a... Yeah, a Droll, I'm pretty sure, because I haven't used the Dark Hole. A Droll, Dark Hole, and... Wait, no, Dark Hole was before. So, yeah, I know the two cards in my hand were like a Droll and a, you know, the Lily Bell. But of course, what's this face down card right here that I have not used since the very, you know, that has just been sat there patiently, which is my favorite part. So he goes Card of Demise, and you guys know I'm laughing because I go Disturbance and then draw, because now you don't get to draw. All your cards get shuffled back into your deck. You don't get to draw. I've still got like, oh no, I think the other card was like, Chain Summoning. Like, I've got 3 cards in my hand. I can't even remember which ones. But there he goes, you know, just shuffles it back. He doesn't get to draw. I can't even remember the life points. This is when I should really have like a calculator right on this area, and I'll make sure to have that. But I pretty much just go, you know what, Lilybell, attack. Use Lycoris effect, attack. This is where I was like, how much are you on? Like, roughly how much are you on? Cause I don't think I actually had the full-on game just there, so I went, you know what, I'll just keep Lilybell in my hand, just in case. It's always fun. So, on my turn, I go Lilybell, attack, scoops, you know, it's a good game, that's the game right there. And, oh, that's right, yeah, Dark Hole was in my hand. So, I mean, draw, once again, I'm really, really happy that I didn't actually side that out. Like, as you could see, that's why I paused it, and that's why I talked over that. I thought about taking that card out, like, so many times. I was like, you know what, he doesn't really add, but if I, like, force him to add, then I can lock him out, and that would be a really fun thing. That can easily be a win for me, kind of thing. And in the end, when he used that Card of Demise, I was like, oh my god, I can draw him. I can draw. Yes! Winning! That's life. I absolutely loved it. And Draw and Lock, yeah, I'm not gonna lie about this, guys. Draw and Lock is definitely one of the best combos in, like, you know, in Trickstars, in any of those decks that relies on it. The fact of you can just make your opponent have no cards at all is like, what? That's insane. It's not fair completely. And I mean, I can definitely see Konami maybe banning Draw and Lock only because of that. But I mean, until they do, it's a great combo. And even if, like, I didn't have that, I still feel as if I had a pretty good chance because I did have that Dark Hole. And I could have just gone, you know what, Dark Hole, Light Stage, whatever card you had, back row, you know, still win potentially. And it was really, really fun. So there was the second round, guys. Winning absolutely great as I won in the first one, won in the second one. And if you want to see the third one, you got to stay around for Friday's video. And I'll also be giving you guys a deck profile on Friday that I didn't record at my locals, but also a deck profile later on today, which I did record at my locals, which is basically one of my favorite decks. It may not be my favorite variant, but it's definitely one of my all-time favorite decks now. I really hope you guys do enjoy that when it comes up. But of course, till then, until the next one, just keep on smiling, enjoy the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any TCG you play. As always, comment down below what you guys want to see next. And of course, till then, that ends it for me, guys. The Joker of Yu-Gi-Oh! Signing off.